it's Jujude6 here, and today I'm going to be doing an album review on Word Alive's newest album that came out this year in July, I believe, Life Cycles. And yeah, so I haven't done an album review in a while, and like a long time. But even my last video is a concert review, and if you haven't checked it out, check it out. That I put up like last week. So I finally have an album review for you guys, because I finally bought this album, so I'm really happy I did. And so yeah, so here's the track listings, which are 13 tracks: Dragonspell, Wishmaster, Entirety, For Your Health, Bar Fight, Life Cycles, Evolution, Hidden Lakes, Ambitionary, I think that says, Live a Lie, Belong, Room 126, and Astral Plane. So if you didn't know, the Word Alive is a metalish band. I would say, people would say metalcore, but I'm not a person that does that metalcore stuff. I mean, I would just call it metal or hardcore kind of combined into one, because they're kind of both. But I'd say like a hardcore metal band, and they're signed on Fearless Records, and this is their third full-length album, I believe. And I gotta say, this is probably my favorite Word Alive album. Just because I think this album is a step up of anything they've done. And when I say a step up, I don't mean they're more mature. I mean, sure, you could say that, but that's not really the words that I want to use to express this. When I say a step up, I think they're just a step up of what their last two albums were. Especially Deceiver, because when I listened to Deceiver, I liked a few songs off of that album, but I thought, you know, Word Alive's that album, that band that always has synths in their music. Like, Deceiver had a lot of synths, but I felt like in Deceiver, a lot of the synths that were played were misplaced. They just didn't sound good together with the other instruments and the vocals. But on this album, it has all synths, and they all sound really good together. Word Alive seems to really know what they're doing on this album. Everybody just sounds so united. The synths really do add a lot to each song, I've noticed, and it makes it really does stand out throughout the whole album. And Telly, the screamer, you know, the vocalist, has the same delivery with his screams, which I've never hated. I've always liked his screams for the most part. His clean vocals I've always thought are okay. I think they sound a lot more better in this album. And Deceiver, I felt, was more overproduced than this album is. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know if anybody agrees with me, but this is just reasons why I like this album better than their previous releases. I mean, songs that I think stand out with the synths immensely are probably the first track, Dragonspell. It uses a lot of synths, but it makes it sound super cool and super epic to add a lot to the song. It's definitely the main focus of the song, clearly. And another song I noticed they use a lot of synths in is Wishmaster. Definitely uses a lot of synths in it too. Maybe not as much as Dragonspell, but definitely uses a lot. And also what I loved about this album too is each song had really powerful, strong lyrics, especially songs like Entirety, For Your Health, Life Cycles, definitely, Hidden Lakes, Ambitionary, Live a Lie. Like, pretty much every single song really has outstanding lyrics. I've noticed Word Alive is just one of those bands that usually has the best lyrics. Their lyrics are outstanding. They're not just about a romance, they're about like real life situations that they feel. And And this song, it's really hard, this album, it's really hard for me to pick a favorite song. It really is. Because there was nothing on this album that I listened to and I was like, that's okay, that sucks, you know? My favorite songs personally on this album are probably For Your Health. Just because I loved the intro at the beginning, it sounded really pretty, and I literally love the strong chorus. And the clean vocals to me sound awesome in this song compared to any other. I don't know, it just, you know how there's like a song and you think, oh, the vocals just sound so good here? This is like one of those songs. The clean vocals sound awesome. Another one of my favorite songs is Life Cycles, the self-titled track. And I think it has probably the most powerful lyrics on the album. Instrumentally, it just sounds really this big, epic sound throughout this whole song. The bass lines are amazing. It has an even enough vocals, clean vocals and screams in it, which I think is easier for people to like. It's definitely one of the easiest songs to sing along during the chorus when the clean vocals start up. I just love it. You know, I don't care if it's a single, I still love this song. It's still one of my favorites. Another one of my favorites is Hidden Lakes. I love the keyboards in it. I love the message it gives out, and I love the melodic tone to the clean vocals as well on Hidden Lakes. Another one of my favorites too, I gotta say, is probably the last track, Astral Plane, because I think it's really good to end a song like that. It starts out very slow, and then kind of towards the middle to the endish, it has screams in it, and you just get a really big depressing feel out of this song, but it all just sounds really good, and it really ties the album together. It doesn't show, it's not the whole album in one song, it really isn't, but it's a great way to end it, just showing like, okay, this is the final thing we want to say, you know, and I love that song too. Also, the guitar work I felt like on this album was pretty good. I mean, it's the same amount of good guitar work as Deceiver was, but this album I thought they had really great guitar riffs. I noticed the bass was a step up more, like in this album. Like I said, this is totally a step up from Deceiver. I think they did a complete 180. They made the synths sound great. You know, the guitars are as great as usual. Telly's voice is more aggressive now, not like it never was, but I just think it's more. I think the clean vocals sound a lot better in this album, and I think this album's a little less overproduced than Deceiver was, but again, that's just my opinion. And overall, I have to give this album, I don't think it's perfect, but I think it's outstandingly good. I think it's really worth your buy if you're into like hardcore, metalish, like heavy music. This is really worth getting. Just totally amazing. So I guess I'll show you guys what the album looks like. So here's the front. I really like the front because it's like a pill bottle, then a bunch of bullets. And then you open up the inside, and this is what the disc looks like. And then the back is just like foggish darkness. And then show you guys the booklet as well. So the booklet opens up to all of these lyrics basically. These are just all lyrics. And then on the back it has the last few lyrics. Then it has the thank yous. But what really bothers me with the thank yous is they're not from all the band members. They're only from 4 band members out of the 5 band members. So it really just bugs me that they don't have that other thank you from the other band member that's in the band. I don't know why. Maybe there was a good reason for that. Maybe there wasn't. But again, this album is just really good. Like I said, if you're really into hard, like core music, heavy music, pick this up. If you dig anything on Fearless Records, get this. If you've always been a Word Alive fan, you'll just love them even more if you listen to this. Like I said, I've always been on the fence about Word Alive, but this album just makes me appreciate their music more. And lyrically, they're just awesome too. Like I gotta say, this is some of the best lyrics I've ever heard from anyone. So, I hope you enjoyed this review, guys, and stay tuned for more. And, bye!